This video is intended to take someone who has never played a guitar in their life and be able to pick up that guitar and play a G chord. You can see here the G chord shape and its tablature, which is a little bit confusing because in the tablature the strings run perpendicular to the ground, but in reality when you play a guitar you're holding the guitar and the strings run parallel to the ground. So we'll take a look at the next slide to get a better understanding of what's going on. As you can see in this slide, you still have the G chord tablature, although it's been rotated counterclockwise. And this is just to help the guitar player get a better view of what's going on. Your horizontal lines represent the strings, and your vertical lines represent the frets on the guitar. Now this is as if the guitar were being held in the guitar player's lap and he were looking over the top of the guitar. It's important to know which fingers need to play which strings. Therefore, we give your fingers an assigned number. Your pointer finger is numbered 1, your middle finger is number 2, your third finger is number 3, and your smallest, your pinky finger, is finger number 4. And we'll see how that plays into the next slide and which fingers need to be put where to play which string. This is the last slide I'll show you before getting down to business and actually playing a G chord. So your two open white dots, those are open chords. No finger is going to be placed on any string right there in order to produce a G chord. Now your solid dots, those are notes that need to be played, and you'll see they're listed with the finger numbers that need to be placed on those strings in order to produce that G chord. So let's get out the guitar and let's have a look. If you recall from our slides, the tablature is actually represented vertically, but nobody plays the guitar vertically. So we rotated that tablature counterclockwise to account for someone playing the guitar horizontally, like it should be played. So with that tablature, if you go back and look, it requires that your fingers be placed on certain strings behind certain frets, and your frets are these chrome lines right here. This is your first fret, your second fret, your third fret, all the way up the fretboard. You have a number of frets. So if you recall from the tablature, in order to play a G chord, your second finger, your middle finger, needs to be placed behind that third fret on the first string. You have strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So for that G you need second finger, middle finger, third fret, first string. For your first finger, your pointer finger, it needs to be second fret, second string. For your for your third finger, needs to be third fret, fifth string. And then your pinky finger, your fourth finger, needs to be placed on the very bottom string, string number 6, behind the third fret. And if you apply the correct amount of pressure on those strings and you strum your chord, you should have your G chord. So let's try it out. And there you have it. So hopefully, if you've never picked up a guitar before, you can follow these instructions that I've given and place your fingers on the required strings behind the required frets, place the right amount of pressure, and strum your G chord. So there you have your G chord, and I wish you happy playing.